Mga ka-all talks, ang ating guest ngayon is a singer who amplifies the song with a heart. At hindi basta-basta lang dahil more to being a singer and a performer, she makes sure that she shares her passion to others by teaching the next generation. She is the founder of AQC Performing Arts Studios and a woman who pursued her passion despite of the challenges. Nandito ngayon, Ann Quintiliano Castillo. Hi, Coach Ann!
Hello, Coach.
Yes, finally nandito ka na. I'm so happy.
Yes, I'm happy too that I'm here. Daghang kayong salamat.
And I'm very happy na after your successful concert last week, nandito ka na sa All Talks of Life.
Yay! I'm here. I'm so excited.
Parati tayo nag-uusap, Ann, pero right now, ang ating pag-uusapan, it's a different setting.
Yes, different. Mas
And-
proper ito eh.
Yes, and it's a setting wherein we could share awesome life lessons sa mga tao. So, ang tanong ko sa'yo, andam na ba ka?
Halba, andam na. Andam na, Coach.
So, let's share our all. Coach Ann, paano na in love si Coach Ann in performing and singing?
I think bata pa lang ako, it was my parents who really gave me the opportunity to sing. So they found out na kailangan ko makanta. So each time people will come into our house, they would let me perform. Tapos remember na ako sa una na may bugasan nga ginatapok nila. I will stand there, mag-stud ko dito, tapos perform. Yes. And that's the very first moment na niya ako, murag lami man mo kanta. It makes other people happy. So I really wanted to be the singer sa family.
So, tung nitunog ka sa stage to perform sa mga bisita sa namuadto sa inyong balay, dili ang nakita nimo ang joy nimo, but the faces of the people that you perform to.
Actually. So, na-realize ako na happy ko when it comes to singing. But when people would be happy and sometimes they would cry when I sing, dito na ako na-realize, murag lami ni siya. Wapo ni siya na opportunity to let them feel something.
What is the first song na ma-remember nimo nagikanta mo?
Gaano ko ikaw kamahal. So, akong uncle, kabalo siya mag-gitara, so gitudluan. Kinder pa ko ni Coach ha. So, that's my very first song. So, ganahan kaya akong mamaan na. So, until now, ma-remember niya na mauna akong ginakanta all the time. So, it's really a very, very nice song. Ikaw lamang ang aking iibigin.
Mao din ang
That's the
title,
song.
no?
Mauna, gaano ko ikaw.
Pasensya man gud ang akong mga panahon naman gud kay kabalo na ka BTS
Okay,
and
tigulang ako. Tama
Beanie.
yun. Ay, bata ko, juday kay ka-coach, no?
just kidding. Pero going back, mao ba na ang naka-influence sa imo to sing or to find your style in singing na kabalo ka standard songs na very powerful?
Yes, kasi most of the time, pag ako mga friends, tagadula sa gawas, no? My sisters would always play outside. Ang ingon si mama, ang iyagi dong matingala siya sa kuha kay even on my birthdays daw, I will always ask for cassette tapes. Tapos ang cassette tape, naman na siya kopya sa unang panahon, balik taron ko na, ma-memorize ko na siya tanan at a very young age. So, ingon siya, pero nadyo kay pagka-bright sa una, maminaw lang og kanta, kabaw na ka. So, every time na manggawa sa akong mga friends, ako dili na ako sa balay mag-practice from 1, patulugon niya from 1 to 3 p.m. So, pag mata na ako, mag-start na ako practice. So, maogi na ang kinabuhi na ako. Singing is my life. Even in the morning, when I wake up in the morning, ingin siya, mukanta na ako diretsyo. Wala siya ng kantaging pag-practice, wala siya ingon ana sa kuha. Siya pang mo ingon na, tempa, parang ang ingay mo na. You have to stop because people are, sleeping. So, inaana ako ka-passionate even when I was so young.
Very passionate in singing na anytime kung pwede kang kumanta, kakanta ka. Where has singing brought you in your early stage of performing?
Ang dami-daming opportunities actually. Pag for example sa school, you have to perform at school. Tapos sa college ko rin ganun din na nangyari. At a very young age, pumasok ako because na-discover ako in a different station from your station before. Tapos doon ako nag-start talaga. Then Al Ryan took me to the next level. Yung nakita niya ako sa Ateneo, he told me na, I have a manager, baka gusto mo you want to join the team. So that was Sir Michael. Of course, it's a
Yeah.
Marcos Production House. Sir Michael,
Hi,
hello
Mike.
po.
Kumusta? Sana mapanood mo to. Ayan.
Yeah. Kami po lahat yun, Tayo lahat yun, Bata pa tayo nun. And, that's the start of everything. Tapos pumasok na ako nung, sabi ni Al, I'll be transferring to ABS-CBN. Would you like to come?
So from GMA, napunta ka rin sa ABS and you
ABS.
become a regular stay in ABS.
Yes.
But there's this one time in the mid-2000 that you really gain a crown in singing here in Davao City.
Yung yun ang first nun is nag-Star of Davao.
And because of that, na-brand ka.
Yes.
As,
Yes. Tapos parang sila din na nag-ano sa akin ng opportunity na, why would you join Star na Million?
yeah, because doon
Parang,
ka, yun ang nag-open sa'yo from Star of Davao, naging part ka ng Star in a Million. Tapos nakilala ka biglang Star Diva.
Yes, because of you, again.
Talk about your journey sa Star in a Million.
Star in a Million, parang mahirap ang opportunity to go there. Talagang mahirap ang labanan when you are in the national TV. And you don't know anything about, pag makeup, yung mga ganyan. Kasi bata pa ako noon. So, I don't even know how to handle myself. Nung time na talagang sinabi na I'm not part of the top 12, yun ang very tough na, parang feeling ko kasi, when I was here in Mindanao, parang lahat na lang ng sinasalihan ko, panalo ako, everything is given to me. And when I go to the national TV, parang, my God, sinampal ako doon. Parang sinampal ka that, everything is not for you. Na kailangan mag-fail ka rin minsan. So, nung nag-fail ako, talagang nag-shower ako with my t-shirt pa noon ng Star in a Million. I was wearing my jeans and then nag-shower talaga ako. Umiyak ako ng umiyak. And I was asking my dad, like, would you like me to really pursue my career here? Yeah, because they want me to stay. So, may mga from ABS-CBN who wanted me to stay. Nagsabi sila na, okay, ka namin, expose ka namin. Ganito ang gagawin mo. And then my dad said, come home. So sabi ko, why? Why would you like me to come home? Sabi niya, ayokong masaktan ka. He doesn't want me to, feel any pain. Kasi nakikita kasi nila very strong ako na person. But during that moment, I was so vulnerable, sobrang sakit, na first time ko talaga sabihin sa sarili ko na, okay, you failed. If everything is given for you, magpasalamat ka na lang doon sa mga opportunities na meron ka. Kasi pagdating nung time na defeated ka, pag na-remember mo yung binigay sa'yo, ang dami-daming success na binigay sa'yo, I think hindi mo maramdaman ng failure Pero yun ang nakalimutan ko, siguro mga first 2 days. But on the 3rd day, when I remembered, sabi ko, hindi, may pamilya ako sa Davao, may mga taong naniniwala sa akin sa Davao, so I will go back. Nung bumalik ako dito, talagang totoo. Because lahat nag-change. Even the talent fee that I had, that time when I came back here, I was parang expensive ako na product.
So mas lumakas yung puso mo.
Yes.
Coach Ann, after that, you had your success performing here and there, but suddenly you decided to stop and went abroad.
Oo, went abroad.
Why?
It was a mutual decision kasi my husband, mga 1 year pa lang kami ni Stephen na nag-marry. Stephen is a person kasi na lahat ng ginagawa ko, nandun siya. Yeah, you've seen him inside the ABS-CBN studio is always, pag nakikita siya nila direct, sabi ni direct sa akin, mas mabuti pa to, talagang nandyan sa'yo, sa ups and downs mo. So I was like, tama no? So when he decided to wanted na mag-study sa London, sabi ko, bakit hindi ko pagbigyan? So actually, I stopped lahat ng career ko sa singing, even my career in the government. Because back then, I was the youngest population officer of Davao del Sur. Tapos, nung nag-stop ako talagang, pagdating ko ng London, ang hirap. Yeah, it was something na hindi ko na-expect na gagawin ko sa buhay ko. Kasi nga sabi ko sa'yo, 'di ba? Binigay sa akin lahat. Parang feeling ko si Lord, parang bless niya lahat yung meron ako. Pero nung pumupunta ako ng ibang place, that was the first time na naglinis ako. I became a janitress inside an office. I work in an office with 25 people working for me in the barangays. But when I went to London, sa UK, sa England, nakita ko isang office talaga. Ang laki ng office nila, tapos tinutus-utusan lang ako. Tapos pag may mga mugs silang mga ganito, I have to wash it. And I have to make sure that everything is really neat when they come pagka next day. Sabi ko, sige, kung ito yung way that I will survive, then I will. Kasi recession nung time na yun eh. Parang tinas talaga ako, okay si Stephen, ako hindi. Minsan ayoko na talaga, sabi ko, I don't want to clean anymore. So, sabi nila, pwede ka naman mag-senior carer or mag-carer ka. Gusto mo mag-carer? Sabi ko, anong carer?
Carer. Yung pala.
Carer. Pag ganun kasi
Care.
sila magsalita.
So yung pala ibig sabihin,
would you like to join us? Parang ganun sila magsalita. Diba?
Yeah.
British na British. Sabi
So
ko,
anong ibig sabihin ng carer?
parang ano siya, mag-ano ka ng mga matatanda or bata.
Caregiver.
Caregiver. So yung bata, ayoko. Kasi very emotional ako when it comes to kids. So when I decided to dun ako sa senior citizens, 96 to 100 years old. Tapos, kasi 5 years ako hindi talaga umuwi. Knowing na parang I wanted to create a life sana doon. So ginawa ko lahat. Nung nakita nila, pinag-aral din nila ako. So nakita nila parang, ba't matalino ka? Bakit? Kasi sabi ko, hindi kasi nag-graduate ako sa college. So sinabi ko sa kanila, ito yung, why are you working here? Sabi ko, wala kasing work sa office. That's why I'm here. But, I can work anything. Sabi ko, kaya ko for my family, for my husband.
But during the time that you were there, you were still singing. Hindi nawala ang singing sa'yo.
Yes. Always. And then, binigyan ako ni Lord ng isang community and isang church. And that's where I found the meaning. Kasi parang sabi ko, all these years, Lord, I was singing. Parang, ang dami mong binigay sa akin. But this is the very first thing na binigay mo na I think I'm very, very happy. Kasi there's this one leader in church, sabi niya, when I was praying, Ann, when I was praying, I saw this image of you singing, and the Lord is like jumping on this side. He was really jumping high, and he was saying, that's my daughter singing for me.
What things na kung balikan mo, na tingin mo, strength mo ngayon sa iyong ginagawa?
I think it's trusting na everything's gonna go well. Kasi nung dinala ako ni Lord dun sa isang community and church and everything, dun ko na-find yung purpose ko, even the job that I wanted, parang dun niya inopen sa akin, you will be very effective in this kasi mahal mo yung mga senior citizens, yung kumakanta na ako doon sa mga senior citizens, minsan nag-uupo sila, then I go around the community, alam mo, ginawa ko yun, Vic. Sabi ko, I want to sing for free sa lahat ng mga senior care na homes. So every Sunday, sometimes when I don't work, I go there. Sabi ko sa mga manager, mag-tea tayo, let's have a tea, and then I will sing for all of them. So lumabas ako sa isang local news. Because of what I did. So parang, dun ko nakita yung joy, parang ang saya-saya to actually do it for other people.
Paano nag-transition to singing and teaching for
Kasi
kids?
sa church kasi po, meron siyang kids ministry. Before I became a leader ng isang grupo for singing sa church, nag-kids ministry muna ako. And nanalo ako sa isang contest in the UK. And nalaman nila lahat na parang, winner pala to si Ann, like, ganyan. So, minsan yung mga singers doon ng mga kids, sabi na, can you teach? Yeah. So, iniiwan nila sa akin yung bata for 20 pounds an hour. And that's a lot. So, sabi ko, pwede pala.
Kumbaga, as you sing for the Lord, He gave you also blessings and open na you're not just a performer, but you're also a coach that could help other performers, especially kids.
Especially kids. Gusto ko talaga yun.
You thought your life is okay na in the UK.
Oh.
But
nagsirado lahat eh. Nag-fail lahat eh. Sabi namin, I think we have to go back home. Total, meron naman tayong pera. Like, syempre nakakaipon ka talaga doon. So, bumalik kami dito. And when I came back here, wala akong kilala masyado na. Parang nag-move on na sila lahat sa buhay nila. And I was really scared actually when I wanted to reach out to you or kay Direk. Kasi feeling ko talaga, may parang nag-move on na ang buhay nila na wala ako. But luckily, the group that, meron tayo, kung ano tayo noon, parang hanggang ngayon, I'm still friends with you guys. So, happy talaga ako.
Your family.
Family talaga.
Pero pagbalik mo dito, hindi naging madali ang buhay.
But sobrang ang hirap pala. Pag hindi mo na alam yung, kasi marketing kasi ako, so parang alam na alam ko anong kalakaran, like with the businesses. So nagsa-study talaga ako. Like, even if I study the business, I'm not here for 5 years. Hindi ko alam kung anong trend. So each time na may gagawin ako, talagang failure. Ayokong maawa ang family because wala kang ginagawa. I mean, siguro if you fail, at least may ginawa ka.
Yun yung stand.
Oo, hindi ka kawawa pag may ginawa ka.
Oh.
Up to the point na talagang sabi ko, parang failure man lahat. Tapos ang pinaka-importante kasi sa buhay ko is Christmas. Kung hindi alam ng mga tao yun, Christmas is the best thing for me. Yun yung, very kasi ako sa kindness. Kaya pag Christmas kasi kind lahat ng tao. So, I'll make sure na parang, Christmas is gonna be different. Wala akong magawa kasi hindi mo alam walang magic wala kang magagawa. Pero you still strive to do better. Tapos nakakahiya na rin na maghingi ka ng tulong kasi nga you're from abroad. You cannot be parang hindi ka strong to other people kasi nga from abroad ka. Hindi nila alam may mga failures ka talaga sa buhay. Tapos nung nag-check na kami ng balance namin sa account namin, there was a point na nag 5,000 pesos. So how would you spend 5,000 pesos for Christmas? Yun yung parang sinabi ko sa sarili ko. Sabi ko, I prayed. I don't want that anymore. Ayoko ng 5,000 pesos Christmas. Kasi I have to give to my papa, mama. What about my pamangkin? What about my sisters? What about the people na gusto kong bigyan ng gifts? And I cannot live with 5,000, Lord. Sabi ko, why? Can you tell me why? Kasi open kasi ako masyado kay Lord. People would say, parang hindi man masyadong mahilig si Ann magtawag kay Lord. Ayoko kasing maging, alam mo yun, ayokong para maging plastika, magtawag-tawag ka kay Lord just because people will see na religious ka. Ako kasi ang tipo na nasa very quiet place lang ako and I will talk to the Lord. Kasi alam ko kasi si Lord is my friend and I can speak to Him. Kahit nga mag-blame ako sa Kanya, alam niya sa puso ko, hindi ko siya biniblame. I'm just questioning Him why. Pero sabi ko, can you guide me? What's wrong with my life? Sabi ko, ginawa ko naman lahat. Ginawa ko yung mga dapat gawin. Sabi niya sa akin, parang may nakalimutan ka.
Parang may nakalimutan ka. Ano yun?
All Talks of Life would like to thank Cacao Culture. Spread love for Philippine chocolates. Ken Howell Multimedia Services. Cool Smiles Dental Clinic. Changing Smiles, Changing Lives. And Vibe Multimedia.
Parang may nakalimutan ka. Ano yun?
Kasi feeling ko talaga si Lord. Nagsispeak siya sa akin every time I sing or yung passion ko talaga parang gusto niya. Kasi kahit saan ako pupunta pa rin ako dun sa singing eh. Nandun pa rin yung singing all the time. Dun ako nakaka-create ng friendships. I can meet a lot of people, random people na tutulong sa akin. Tapos sabi niya lang sa akin, nakalimutan mo yung passion mo. Go back to your passion.
So when you heard that, anong ginawa niya?
Bumalik talaga ako, Coach. Nag-isip ako ng paraan. Kung ano yung ginawa ko sa London, paano niya ako inintroduce to meeting kids and teaching kids and studying about the rules ng mga British when it comes to handling little kids. Kasi dun ko talaga na-experience ang paano mo turuan ng bata, that they are very important, na may mga standards kasi sa rules when it comes to dealing with kids. And then sabi ko pa, paano ako babalik sa passion? Paano ako makakreate ng ganun na gusto ko talaga mag-school, mayroon akong gagawin na studio kung wala naman akong anak? Yun ang question ko sa kanya. Like, all these years, why would you let me work for kids if I don't have a child of my own? Wala naman akong anak, Lord. Tapos sabi niya sa akin, maghintay ka. It will happen. Kaya, nung nangyari ang studio, dun ko naintindihan lahat. I have kids. Sila.
Pero Coach Ann, even in putting up the studio, it was not easy.
But, ang naging meron ako is my ability to really pursue kung ano yung passion na gusto ko. To the point na first klase ko inside a parlor. Yung alam mo, beauty salon. Kasi yung parlor, may mga times na 2 hours, wala silang mga customers. So that's the time na parang sinabi ko, ano ba talaga yung oras, ma'am, na wala kayong masyadong tao? So sabi niya, 1 to 3 daw, minsan wala. So sabi ko, can I rent? Ito lang, this 2 hours to teach my kids dito. Dito lang kami sa side, ma'am, sabi ko talaga. Ginawa ko yun. And then, 10 pa sila nung time na yun 10 yung nag-enroll. Kasi yung iba, kilala lang. Kilala ng friends ko or kilala ko. Tapos minsan pumapasok yung customer. Tapos nag-aano sila sa buhok. Tapos sabi ng mga kids sa akin, Coach, what's happening? My eyes, parang ang sakit ng mata ko. Tapos, it smells here, Coach. Hindi ko na kaya.
Pero hindi mo pa kaya that time na
Hindi ko kasi kaya
put up ng studio pa that
mag-rent.
time. Mag-rent.
Ang isa lang talaga yung R-E-N-T, rent. I cannot do that.
You cannot afford that one kasi wala. Ubos, drain. Pero mabait ang Diyos. May isang anghel siya na pinadala sa'yo.
Kasi,
What happened?
one time, sabi ko, nung medyo dumami-dami na yung 10, sabi ko, may katapat na parang may nakita sila na friends ko, nakita nila nung katapat na, maliit lang din ang space. Good for, siguro, basta 7,000, remember ko 7,000 ang rent nung time na yon. Tapos doon ako pumasok. Tapos sa side pala nun, may salon doon, ang may-ari pala ng building ang nandun sa salon. Tapos minsan pumupunta siya just to get, yung mga shares niya doon sa salon. Tapos nakikita niya kami. Sabi ko nga sa'yo, wala talagang pera. So ang ginawa namin ni Stephen, we buy this kahoy, mga kahoy. Sabi ko, but can you do something? Like kaning mga kahoy, pwede mo ka nang ipokpokon. Tapos,
ipahimo ni mong karpintero.
he was working back then in a private hospital. Earning a little din sa kanya. So sabi ko,
Just to survive.
Sabi ko, wala talaga tayong other ways. I want my kids to sit down comfortably. So naupo siya, sabi niya, sige, let's do this. Nagapukpok mi Vic, nagahimo mig mga chairs para sa among mga kids.
Then finally,
na mga ilang days yun, may mag-asawa, matanda, pumunta sa amin, sabi sa ayan, anong ginagawa nyo? Like, ano to? Sabi ko, ay sir, ma'am, ano po ito? Like, mga chairs po para meron maupuan yung mga kids sa loob. Sabi niya, oh yeah, lagi kaming nakakaano ng mga students mo kasi pumapasok sila sa parlor. Sabi kasi nila, mainit yung studio. Kasi ang ma-afford ko lang nun, maliit masyado na aircon. And then, nag-70 na sila that time. Sabi ko, nag-70, tapos ito lang yung, sabi ng mag-asawa, sabi niya, gusto mo ba ng malaking space? Sabi ko, I really wanted, sir, pero I think I cannot afford 7,000 or more. Kasi ito, afford ko itong 7,000. Given sa mga bayad. Maliit, konti lang kasi, hindi kasi ako alam mo yun yung mga first ko talaga na bayad sa mga bata. Maliit lang, yung ma-afford lang. Kasi I don't want na parang mag-put up ako tapos ang mahal naman. So sabi ko, sige, ma'am, I cannot afford 7,000 or more. Sabi niya, sumama ka lang. Sumama ka sa amin bukas. You and Stephen, you come with us. We will show you a place na baka pwede nating ilagay doon ng AQC. Sabi ko kay Stephen pagkagabi, sabi ko, Stephen, are we going to go there? Baka akala niya mayaman tayo. Kaya nga, mo, baka akala nila mayaman tayo. Ano, baka sabihan tayo mag-rent. How can we afford it? Sabi ko, sige lang, let's trust. Baka meron lang opportunity. Pag hindi natin kaya, then we cannot, hindi tayo ma-pursue. Pagpunta namin doon sa building, yung bagong-bagong building na ginawa nila, sa second floor, pinakita niya sa akin ang napakalaking second floor. Sabi niya, may spa talaga na from Singapore. Gustong mag-open. They wanted this place. But I will not give this place to them. This is going to be yours. Sa iyo ito. Sabi ko, pero sir, hindi ko po ma-afford. Sabi niya, why? Sino nagsabi sa'yo na magrenta ka? Sabi ko, why? Why would you do that to us? Sabi niya, kasi we've been watching you and Stephen. I think hindi ko alam. Masakit, ma-remember. Kasi he's not here anymore. 1 year na rin nawala siya Nawala na siya.
If you're going to give a message to that man right now, ano yung message na pasalamat ang gusto mong sabihin sa kanya?
Buhay pa kasi si Mama. Mama kasi tawag ko sa kanya, at si Papa yung very, very close ko kasi siya yung pumupunta. May heart, kasi condition. Pag mapupunta siya sa taas, I always talk to him. And nung buhay siya, I think I spoke to him everything na nasa puso ko. But kung pwede akong magsalita, siguro sabihin ko sa kanya, like, Sir Alfred, hindi pa rin ako makakatawag sinong Papa. Pero Sir Alfred, thank you, Sir Alfred, for yung first ballet reels ko, yung first mirrors ko in the studio, siya yung nag-put up. Ang pagkakaalam ko, nag-spend siya ng 200,000+ to start the business without even getting a single penny from me. Wala siyang hiningi. Sabi lang niya, gawin mo ng maayos. Ilang months from now, I know it's gonna be successful. Alam mo yung pumunta ka, nag-opening, hindi ako nag-expect. That was 300 kids. Mga after 2 months, binayaran namin siya. Tapos may mga months na mahirap pa rin, pero sabi niya sa akin, Nak, pag mahirap, huwag kang magbayad.
But then, hindi pa natapos. Pandemic struck 2 weeks after you've opened. Lockdown.
And the good thing, Coach, nung bumagsak ako, ang daming tao pa rin pinadala si Lord sa akin. Even Sir Alfred and Ma'am Tess would tell me, anak, pag walay kwarta ka na bulan because it's lockdown, ayaw bayad. Wala ako nang ayaw sa imuha. Imuha lang mag-survive ka. Basta okay ka, okay me. And then you came. That's why, kung hindi alam ng mga tao, tinatawag kita all the time na life coach. I think siguro, Coach, parang isa ka sa winawire ni Lord pag nandun ako sa point na parang hindi ko na alam. Parang ikaw yung instrument na, bakit bigla ka na lang tatawag? Bakit bigla ka na lang magme-message sa akin? And that's the point na parang sabi ko, bakit parang tama lahat na sinasabi ni Coach sa akin?
And I remember that moment na wala lang, sabi ko, kumusta si Ann? Then I called you and Stephen. Sa pagtawag ko sa'yo at kay Stephen, you were on the bed. walang magawa lockdown. Kinumusta lang kita. Kumusta ka? Sabi mo, hirap. Wala kang ano. And I told you to explore online coaching sa singing.
And that's the very, very great decision na ginawa ko na nakinig ako sa'yo. Kaya nung time, from that moment, I really parang nakita kita na life coach. Kasi sabi ko, bakit tama siya? Kasi nung tinry ko talaga, yung sinabi mo na, mag-explore ka nga doon sa online. What if magawa ka ng klase na online? Coach from 1, 2, 3 from other countries. It went up to 40 kids online. And that is 5,000 pesos per month. Kasi that's about $100 plus sa kanila. Pero umabot ako ng New Zealand, umabot ako ng Thailand. Of course, there's America. Mas maraming America, Canada. Ayun talaga ang pinakamarami. Kasi neighbors na sila eh. And I started 5 a.m. up to 10 p.m. Tapos hindi naman din ako nakakalabas. But I'm earning so much na nababayaran ko lahat. Hindi ako na problema. In fact, I bought my very first car because of that. Oo.
And now, after that, you've opened branches, which is in Tagum and in a mall.
Yes, in a mall. And doon ko na-realize, masyadong marami. So sabi ko, I need more coaches. And I need more people in my life who would tell me what to do. Kaya, andyan sila Mami Guada, yung mga closest friends ko. Andyan sila, yung mga, my best friend, even in Ateneo, si Carlo, nandyan siya. Auntie ko, nagpapasalamat ako sa kanila. Nung time na lowest ako talaga, yung nasa low ako, may mga taong hindi lang ikaw, konti lang kayo sa life ko. And I can pinpoint actually sino sila. So, papasalamat talaga ako. Kasi, nung na-reach yung parang full potential ng AQC, sabi ko, ito pala yun, yung pinagtrabahuan ko for 8 years. And ito pa lang yung moment, this year, that I said, parang pwede ko nang balikan yung sarili ko. Na ako naman. Na, what if, alam mo, excited na ako sa Christmas. Kasi this is my first Christmas, I think, that I can afford to buy something for everyone.
Sarap nun, Nan. And you came out with a mission right now. Kasi like last week when you had the concert, you pour your heart out, and AQC is not just yours anymore. Yun ang sabi mo eh. More to just you leading AQC. Ang pinaka-importante ay masaya ka dahil natutulungan mo yung mga coaches.
Kasi lahat sila na nandyan sa akin, nasa 3rd year, 4th year college. And the struggle always is, hindi nakakabayad ng tuition. And you know, natutuwa ako when they would tell me like, Coach, alam mo, Coach, nagbili ako ng laptop. Tapos parang, bakit man offer? Like, meron, kasi Coach, marami akong student. And sabi ko, Lord, salamat tayo. Parang, eto na yun. Yung parang, Coach, nakabayad good ko 2 months na kuan Coach ka ng diretso lang dahil na akong tuition. Kay, dako man ako nakuha diri sa AQC. Yun yung parang naging mission ko na rin ngayon, Coach, na marami kayong tumulong sa akin. Dapat ako din nakakatulong. Dapat ako din nakaka-inspire ng people. Kaso lang tough love talaga ako, Coach. Kung ikaw, when you speak to me, para kang brother ko na parang very malumanay na, Coach, why not? Ako naman iba. Very tough ako mag-love talaga.
Yeah, because it's your character.
Yes.
And that character of yours, it's not to hurt other people. It's to bring out the best in them.
I hope so. Sana kung meron akong na-hurt din with the words that I utter, sana din papatawad nila ako. But the only thing that I have in mind is to actually make them, achieve their full potential also. Ayoko yung mapariwara sila kagaya sa akin ba na nandun na tapos nawala.
There are 2 ways of learning. First is learning through your experience, and the second is learning to the experience of others so that you won't go through the pain ng experience na yun. At yun ang gusto mo eh. But sometimes, people just don't understand it. Kaya naman, ang aking sinasabi dyan is, you just be yourself for as long as your heart is pure, your intentions are pure, eventually, people will see that. Ako, I would like to say thank you for you. Kay I know it was the last minute, pero when I asked you to sing the hope song for House of Hope, kahit paus ka, hindi ka nag-say no. And during the time that ako naman budani, and during the time that we saw the song, the hope song para sa House of Hope, ma-realize natin na hindi atin ang kanta. Maaring ako nagsulat, Lino and Richard gave the instrumentation, you sang it, but the song is not ours. It's for the kids. And sa atong conversation karunan, I've realized na everything we do is not for us. It's for His glory and for that others would see everything.
Kasi yung mga bata, lagi mo ako ini-invite during mga House of Hope. Tapos naglo-look forward ako talaga to sing. Every year talaga yun, nag-change yung heart ko. Kasi sabi ng mga bata sa akin, Ate Ann, buti nandito ka na naman. Sabi ko, bakit? Sabi niya, kasi last week kasi akala ko hindi na kita makita. Kasi nag-suffer ako. Sabi niya, tapos kasi Ate Ann, nagsuka ako nung time na yun. Sabi ko, akala ko hindi kita ma-hear magkanta. Kasi each year, Ate Ann, nanonood ako sa iyo. That was the moment that I said, I will never stop doing this for House of Hope. Thank you din, Coach, for letting me join.
And more to us helping the kids, it's actually them helping us because we realize na mas valuable pala ang life natin and that we need to really reach out to others and show how valuable ang binigay na buhay sa atin ng Diyos. Kasi tayo, humihinga pa na walang restriction. Sila, may taning ang buhay or they could be cured but hindi alam kung paano, di ba? And with that, tayo ang tinutulungan because kahit gaano kalaki ang problema natin, we realize na compared sa kanila na may kinabukasan pa, pwede nang mawala sa kanilang buhay nila.
Akala siguro nila, nandito tayo sa ganito na stage ng buhay. Like ikaw, nakikita ka namin, happy ka. Ako din nakikita nila, very tough lang, happy na coach. But you don't know exactly the stories that we have behind sa buhay namin. Ang dami-dami, kahit na narinig nila ngayon yung story ko, what happened before nag-AQC. So, I think, Coach, ang maganda lang, piliin lang nila na maging masaya pa rin to inspire people. Despite yung mga nangyayari sa buhay natin, may mga taong ayaw tayong i-hate tayo kahit wala naman tayong ginagawa, i-judge tayo, pero alam mo, always ko talaga iniisip, mahal naman ako ni Coach Rovic, mahal naman ako ni Stephen, mahal naman ako ng mga ibang taong niniwala sa akin, mahal naman ako ng House of Hope Kids. So I don't care anymore. So pipiliin ko maging positive, pipiliin ko mag-impact ng lives. Kasi yun yung dapat natin gagawin i-impact natin. Kasi ang mga kids ngayon, kailangan nila ng mga magandang, yung mga tinitingnan ng mga tao na positive. Kasi negative na masyado ang buhay. Ang dami-dami nangyayari sa buhay. So ito yung gusto ko na gagawin natin. Sana maging positive tayo na influencer. We influence kids to do better.
Right now, you have AQC, a mission to fulfill. Tanong ko lang sa'yo, where would be Ann Quitoriano Castile in 5 years now?
For 5 years siguro, I will never stop doing my passion pa rin. And telling them that ang singing, dancing, and everything that they do through their, talent is their way of actually expressing themselves. You have you. Walang ibang tao talaga na mapupush sa'yo, kundi ikaw. The last person na nagsastand for you is you, yourself. Pag ikaw mismo hindi ka naniniwala, walang mangyayari sa gagawin mo. So, kung magda-doubt lahat, as long as you know sa sarili mo, na kaya mo, kaya mo talaga. Huwag kang mag-stop. Gawin mo lahat. Train. Pumunta ka kahit saan, kahit libre dyan, kahit may mga karaoke lang dyan, magkumanta ka, mag-train ka. Huwag mong hintayin ang success na darating sa'yo. Darating yan pag gagawin mo talaga yung part mo.
If you're going to have one song that would describe Ann Quitoriano and her life, anong kanta yun?
I think Rise Up. Yung talaga gustong-gusto ko. Parang pag narinig ko yun, parang kinrelate sa akin. Kasi ang word, ang ano kasi na, you're broken down and tired. Parang ganun yun eh. But I'll rise up. I'll rise like the day. I'll rise up. I'll rise unafraid. I'll rise up. And I do it 1,000 times again. Ganun yun eh. Kahit anong mangyari.
Coach, thank you for your time.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you for sharing your
Coach.
awesome story and the life lessons that comes with it. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Rise up. No matter how many times you fail, rise up. Walang ibang maniniwala sa iyo kundi ang sarili mo dahil sa simula pa lang ang Diyos naniniwala sa iyo. So rise up. Hanggang sa susunod na All Talks of Life. Bye.